and welcome back to Googie's Kitchen, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name is Alexis and today I want to show you how to make my yummy chickpea flour wraps. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you how to make my yummy chickpea flour wraps or pancakes. These are really easy to make and they make a really delicious alternative to bread. So if you're gluten intolerant like me, these make a really good bread alternative, as I just said. And I like to have these with things like soup. I can occasionally have them with curries, or I can have them with jam on, or tomorrow morning I've decided to have these for breakfast with some eggs. So I'm making them day before, so I'm all prepared for the morning. So while I was making them, I thought I'd share the recipe with you. So here is how to make my chickpea flour wraps or pancakes. In this bowl here I have 60 grams of chickpea flour, or it's sometimes known as gram flour, and you can normally buy this in your local supermarket in the Asian section. If you can't get it in the supermarket, you might be able to get it in the health food store, or you can buy it online as well. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder to that, and then I'm going to add a pinch of salt as well. So I'm just going to put some salt in like so, and then I'm just going to mix these ingredients together until everything is well mixed in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add about 50 ml or so of oat milk. You may need a bit more, you may need a bit less, depending on how much gram flour or chickpea flour you have used. I think I may need a bit more, I have to say. I probably poured a bit too much chickpea flour in there, so I'm just going to go and get a little bit more milk. So I'm just going to add a little bit more milk, and I'll add it bit by bit to make sure it's not too runny once it's all well mixed in. In the original recipe I did this so it serves 2, so I've doubled the ingredients in the original recipe, but as it's only me having these for breakfast tomorrow, I've done it so it just serves 1. So if you see the recipe in the description box below, it will be for serving 2. But all you have to do, if you only want it for yourself, then you just halve the ingredients. So that's a lovely runny consistency now. You want it to look like pancake mixture basically. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to just clean my hob. I won't be a moment. So I've cleaned my hob and I've got myself a small frying pan. I'm going to put this onto a high heat on my hob, and I'm going to add a bit of oil to the base of the pan. I've got sunflower oil here, but you can use any type of oil you like. And then I'm just going to cover the base with the oil, and then I'm going to leave this pan to heat up now. So my pan is nice and hot now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put about half of the mixture into the base of the pan, and I'm just going to spread the mixture like so, just tilting the frying pan a bit over the base, and then I'm just going to let that fry until round the outside starts to cook. So it should happen any moment now. And as I said earlier, I'm making these the day before, and the reason is it just makes breakfast a bit quicker. If I'd made them the day before, it's just like pulling out bread then. So I'm going to put these, they store quite well in a Tupperware box for a day or so. So I'm going to put these in the Tupperware box overnight, and then I'll have these with my breakfast in the morning. As you can see here, the bubbles have started to form in the mixture while it's cooking. And round the outside has started to cook, but it's still a bit soft underneath, so I'm going to leave that for a few moments more. It has to be quite a solid line around the outside. I'll try to show it to you. So it started to cook around the outside of the base there. That's it, that's perfect I think. Yep, it's a lovely golden brown colour underneath, so I'm going to flip this over now. And that's one done, and then I'm going to use the rest of the mixture in the base of this pan as well, but I'll show you that in a moment. Once that side cooks, going to take that out and leave that to cool. So let's just see. The second, when you flip it over the second time, it doesn't normally take that long to cook. There is a little bit of oil in the base of that pan as well, so I'm just going to add a touch more, not too much, because you don't need much. And the pan is getting really hot now as well, so I'm just going to put the rest of the mixture into the base of that pan, like so. And again, I'm going to swirl it around, and the second one always takes a little less time to cook than the first one does, I have to say that. And as you can see again, it's starting to cook around the outside. So in a moment I will lift it up. I'll leave it a few moments more, I think, and wait for the bubbles to come up. So when you can start to see bubbles coming up, that's normally when the base is quite golden brown then. And you can normally flip it over quite easily as well. There you go, perfect. Look at that. There is a bit of skill to this, and it does take a bit of practice, I have to say. My first few were not very good on this. It's a bit like making pancakes. The more you practice, the better you get, I think. So yeah, it definitely is a case of just practicing and getting better. But as I said, these make a really delicious alternative to bread, and you can have these in with sandwiches as well. I mean, I've had these with cheese and pickle before, and just eaten it like a sandwich, and it was really delicious. So yes, I'm going to put this on the plate and leave it to cool now. That's how you make my yummy chickpea flour wraps, and that recipe I will link in the description box below. As I mentioned earlier, these make a yummy alternative to bread, so I'm going to be having these for my breakfast tomorrow. So I'm really looking forward to that. But for now, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.